shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. Just up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to...
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play fake. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense for the Packers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football,
and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On play action, Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Dillon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to... And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll come out in the pistol. Dillon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Dillon again. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. To another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll run on first down. Dillon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. throw left side complete. That's Baker. Touchdown, Packers! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt return, and it'll be 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On 1st down, Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. 7 yards the pick up there. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Rodgers to throw once more. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Now it's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played, the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Hey, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll fire one deep for Westbrook. That's caught inside the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing is Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
And that's a terrific score. And now, what are we going to do here? Do you go for 2?
You know what the people at home want.
Everybody wants to go for 2. The analytics people probably want them to go for 2. I bet they kick the extra point. We've got a whole second half left to play.
Well, we're going to look at it here, but hey, whatever the case, big-time play before the end of the second quarter. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. But they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Handoff comes to Cook, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw, Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Joseph on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Next score, Vikings 26, Packers 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
3 yards remain for second down. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baker. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Touchdown! Kawan Baker. His second touchdown of the night. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even insult the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 2. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Play fake. Cousins. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and down. Cousins. is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And here's Rodgers on the return. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Dillon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. On play action, now Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Baker. A good pickup there, 21 yards. But these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive with the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive with the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll look to run with Dillon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now a play fake, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw on 2nd and 10, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Cousins. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Here's Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. Now, I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2 minutes.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point safely through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Dillon. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. With a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. Here's Cousins. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity. I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. The 40. Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers throwing here. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there at 22. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Rodgers to throw. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line.
A gain of 64 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Off the play fake, Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they get the flag for pass interference. Big call there on 4th down.
But it's the right call, and as much as I want to see them play through incidental contact, he's definitely there too early.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. One last shot now for Cousins. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay,
They improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining.